Eighth play of the drive. Trubisky for the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Chase Claypool.
Welcome back to 5-Star Matchup. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe now. And if you want some free gear and access to our Discord server, please consider donating to our Patreon for just $4 a month. Well. Anybody out there remember Tom Brady losing to a certain other rookie quarterback some 18 years ago? 5-Star remembers. Can David take down Goliath in his very first home start? Let's take a look. A big story of this game was the Steelers' beleaguered run defense forcing the very north and south Leonard Fournette to be very east-west from bell to bell, limiting the Bucs' run game. And that's Alex Highsmith with a PBU on Chris Godwin. Did you have that one on your bingo sheet? The way to beat Brady has always been with interior pressure in his face, and here we get a little okie dokie from Larry Ogunjobi, who nails Tom as he fires incomplete on third, and it's over to young Kenny P and the Steelers O. 1st and 10, and what do you know, it's another in-rhythm stick it right in the wicket from Kenny Pickett, who continues to impress with his veteran timing. What was I saying about timing? This looks simple, but peep the window that opens for diontae here and the perfect timing and trust as well as throw from KP8. Nice catch by DJ too. While we're on the topic of maligned Steelers receivers, check this nifty work by Chase the Bank, who was on fire all day today. Great job to find a seat in the secondary and move the sticks. I know I'm pointing out seemingly tiny things right now, but trust me, this is going somewhere. You got the wrong Devin. Well, Devin Bush may or may not have a few highlights later on, but as for right now, it's the other and often cited as better Devin who commits an idiotic late hit on Pickett, who had just flung a flying nowhere deep into parts unknown, granting the Steelers' fledgling offense a gigantic early first down. One thing I gotta say about Kenny that surprised me more than anything so far, dude can actually run. He comes up a hair short here, and faced with an early decision, the normally conservative Mike Tomlin throws caution to the wind in a big way, instead handing it to the unstoppable bowling ball that is Jaylen Warren, who never met a first down he didn't like, and the Steelers are stunningly ground pounding their way into the business zone. 2nd and goal, and the Bucs opt for the unusual and highly ineffective ignore Najee Harris defense, and the second-year back trots in with all the urgency of a guy with 80 pounds of steel plates in his shoes, and it's an easy touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who take the stunning 7-0 lead on the very first touchdown pass of young Kenny Pickett's career. Glad we're covering it. Alright, well, here comes Tom Brady, and I ain't no dummy. I've been around the block a time or 32, and I've seen this man straight up rip my intestines out through the TV screen seemingly hundreds of times in the past 20 years, and I'm not about to get my hopes up this early. See what I mean? But back to that ferocious Pittsburgh run D, am I sure I didn't die in my sleep last night? But on third, Brady flicks a simple third down conversion, and the Bucs keep it moving. Couple plays later, in the creamsicle-colored business zone, Brady stands in and ponders whether he should test Josh Jackson or James Pierre, but instead decides, neither, and flings a harmless duck over the middle that Miles Jack goes up and tips for the PBU. Awesome play by Jack, who I thought had his best game as a Steeler today, and I'm sure he was glad to get a little payback on TB12 after that 17 AFC Championship game. Brady somehow fires incomplete on both second and third, and the Steelers' defense of traffic cones and toasters is hanging tough early in this one. Steelers 7, Bucs 3. Beware the birds. Just putting this one in to say that the run game is still woeful, steel plate or not. Something I noticed a few times today was the offense getting lined up late. Here Kenny's trying to get them set with just a couple on the play clock, and the line completely whiffs on protection, forcing a killer early sack down to the 2 that could have been a lot worse than it was. Come on, Matt, he's a rookie, get the call in. Won't see this one on any other highlights, but I'm always fair, and if I'm gonna rip Press the Thick when he has a bad game, or 3, I'm gonna call it out when he hammers a good punt, and with no room to even step here, he bombs this one to the sideline and over the 50. Good situational punting. More small things. Tom Brady, with some time and 20 plus years of experience, realizes he better not challenge the GOAT Pierre Island, so he tosses this one way out of bounds out of an abundance of caution. Penalty knocks the Bucs back a few, but on 2nd and 15, it's that old son of a bitch doing what he does and really stepping into an absolute laser of a throw, threading the defenders for a long conversion. Make no mistake, he may not be the same, but this man is still really good. Into the second quarter now, and it's the Steelers' typical non-existent four-man rush, giving the GOAT all day to throw, and of course he finds a man for a first, and it's goal to go from the 3. You want to talk about defensive line play? Let's talk defensive line play. Bam Bam Cam coming all the way across formation here, slowing up Fournette just enough to keep him out, and on second, let me get another okie dokie, cause it's Larry Ogunjobi, who like a few others had his best game in our team's colors today with a monster TFL. I'd been wondering when we were gonna see him start to show up, and maybe he's finally getting healthy. What a beast. How do you beat the GOAT? Well, you can start by slammering him down with the beast they call Cameron, Hayward that is, who played like he was responding to every single jabroni implying he was washed up this week. Captain Cam is just fine, my friends, never you worry. Bucs take the 3 and the Steelers keep the lead, 7-6. Another real stinker of a call by Matty Canada here. I'm not sure what the hell was supposed to happen, but credit to Kenny who pulls it down and grabs a few on the ground. He just continues to be wise beyond his years in so many respects. Signs of life for Najee. Been a tough start to the year for the Naj man who continues to lead this offense on and off the field in spite of it. I thought there were finally some encouraging signs for him today, even though I still tend to think Canada's run scheme might just be garbage. 3rd and 4, and suddenly the K-Man is finding the benefits of direct deposit at Chase Bank as he cashes in on more really great work underneath by Claypool. Great throw by Kenny too to put this one where only the long-armed Claypool could catch it. And look at Chase, using his elbows! 3rd and 6 now, Todd Bowles says ready or not, here I come, but much like Michael Myers, Kenny Pickett responds with a blank, expressionless gaze and a damn rope of a pass to one Diontae Johnson for the fearless conversion. More of the crummy run game plus a penalty kills this drive for the Steelers, but even though it's a 55-yard kick, they trot out that ice-blooded, brass-balled kicker with the heart of gold, and you already know Boz is... Ooh, that was a close one. In a weird way, doesn't that bounce feel like it meant something? Maybe I'm a little too metaphorical. Steelers 10, Bucs 6. Back to the Bucs' putrid run game, and are you kidding me, Ogunjobi? I've been waiting to use the okie dokie thing for a month and you exhausted in the first half? What a day for 99. 3rd and 2 and Brady stands in like a skyscraper, but unfortunately, as we all know, nobody hates skyscrapers more than Godzilla Hayward, who scares the GOAT into flinging a harmless duck to nowhere, and it's back to Kenny and the boys in black. Okay, I just felt like we in Steeler Nation needed to acknowledge this dude and his amazing sign. What a legend. Baffling sequence for Mike T ensuing here. 2:42 on the clock and Bucs with a pair of timeouts left. Steelers run it on first, apparently signaling they want to get the clock moving, but then they get up quick on 2nd down and Kenny chucks it away. Another incompletion here, and the Steelers choose neither to be aggressive nor to eat clock, and bafflingly give it right back to Tom Brady, having taken just 30 seconds off the clock and neither of their timeouts. Pressure comes and gets to the oldest quarterback in the history of the world who simply can't move anymore, full stop, but the ball floats harmlessly in the air for an eternity but to nowhere, and Tampa avoids disaster. 3rd and 11 now, and Brady tries this time to attack Pierre Island, but as was proven all day today, the man is an impenetrable force in the secondary, and I'll go ahead and say it. James Pierre was better today than Akello Witherspoon was in any of his games this year. Just saying. Tom Brady screams and cries at his offensive linemen, threatening to kiss them on the lips repeatedly, but it falls on deaf ears as just coming off looking like a petulant child who went to Robert Kraft's wedding and flew to the game on a private jet instead of the team plane. And hey, I don't want to get personal, but I am wondering if Giselle will get to hang on to that when this is all said and done. Okay, back to the baffling game management of Mike Tomlin, who wasn't aggressive with 2:42, but decides to come out slinging whilst back deep in his own end with just 43 seconds left on the clock. I'm all for being aggressive, and as I've said over and over, this team has nothing to lose, but this sequence is just idiotic. No two ways about it. After putting it in the air on first, they run for nothing on the next two, leaving, let me check my notes, the greatest quarterback in the history of the sport plenty of time to get a field goal. I know the Steelers played above their heads today, but I'm not letting this slide just because I now know the future. This sequence was foolish. Bucs do grab the 3 and the Steelers take the smallest lead possible into the half. Pittsburgh 10, Tampa Bay 9. Hello, beautiful 5-star viewers. I appreciate you checking out the show. I gotta be honest and let you know that we can't make ad revenue off this show, so if you like it, please do consider joining our Patreon for just a couple bucks a month, or becoming a member here on YouTube, or buying a shirt. Whatever you want, but most importantly, keep watching. Now roll the game. Into the third now, and you already know it's either really good or really bad when I show a special teams play, but you'd be wrong because this is actually a really fucking good play by the Pirates' Steven Sims, who says a hearty yar as he slices through Tampa's coverage team like they were Davy Jones and all those pirate ghosts, but he can't quite score. But hey, you can't be mad about starting a drive already dressed in your black and gold pinstripe suit, firmly ensconced in the warm embrace of the business zone. Nice catch and throw from Pickett to DJ on first, but the Steelers sadly stall out on the next two. And is this game bringing up any past memories against TB12 for anyone else? Can't miss these opportunities. Steelers cash in the easy 3, but it feels like a huge dub for the Bucs defense. Steelers 13, Bucs 9. Back over to the suddenly good Steelers defense, and I take back what I said about my man Arthur Mollett last week. Homie raised some hell in the locker room because he didn't like the vibe, and today he backed it up by playing like his hair was on fire when the team needed his contributions badly. I will always pick up a flag, so to speak. Okay, even the doomiest and gloomiest of yins have to acknowledge when 55 is making plays in space, it might mean the football gods are leaning in your favor. Like I said earlier though, if you came away from this game thinking Brady is washed, you're blind, because this is a Jay and Silent Bob level high type throw and in an extremely congested window for Brady. Pressure bothered him all day indeed, but much like Ben last year, you give him time and he can still do this. 2nd and 2, and it's another D lineman in the face for Brady, who throws, and it's broken up by, are you kidding, Robert Spillane, who's in absolutely perfect coverage. What is going on? Absolutely awesome run stuff here by Cookie's favorite son, who was amazingly the Steelers' only starter playing in the secondary today, and he showed out all day long. Pressure gets the best of Brady, who misfires here. Peep the Dolph Ziggler-esque sell job by the old man looking for the penalty. And pressure knocks him off his platform again on 3rd, and he chucks a low duck incomplete in the end zone. Does Brady have vertigo like Lucille too? He's the same age as Liza Minnelli, right? Bucs grab yet another 3, and this one is back to a 1-point game. Steelers 13, Bucs 12. Back to Kenny P, but not for long, as he takes a shot on one that I can't believe lands in the arms of Diontae Johnson, but there's a holding call on Kevin Dotson. Yes, the very same one who gave up the sack, and with that ever so subtle bounce on the turf, you know it's into the concussion protocol for young KP, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's up to Mitchell Trubisky to finish taking down Tom Brady. I need some Tums. Even when he was playing, just about the only thing that doesn't seem to phase Trubisky is 3rd and forever, and he grabs an absolutely clutch conversion to the bank, who's doing more of that big man in the middle of the field type stuff that we've been needing, and the Steelers are in business. Where has this man been for the last 12 months? 3rd and 5 though, and Mitch does what he does, and that's firing a little late to DJ, and it luckily only gets broken up, and it's back over to TB12 as the witching hour draws near. Real unfortunate situation here with Cameron Brate getting carted off after what you'd suspect is his 2nd concussion in as many weeks. And I'm no medical expert, but I'll use my podium to say, maybe you shouldn't be able to pass a concussion protocol in a single week. Good luck on the recovery to both him and KP. 3rd and 7, Brady fires short of the sticks, and Spillane and Jack converge for a picture-perfect tackle short of the line to gain, and it's right back over to the Lurs. This is getting weird. Just a nice day overall for the Pirate, who seems to have permanently wrangled the return job away from noted Patriots saboteur Gunnar Olszewski, and this won't get the love the kick return did, but still, nice return to flip the field. Back to Mitchy Mitch and the fun bunch, and it's more turf in the face mask for number 10. Just a poor rep by Chooks. 2nd and 16, and I ask again, who is the man that's been wearing the number 11 jersey for the last 12 months, because it certainly was not the guy wearing it today. More savvy stuff from Chase, but a tipped ball on 3rd sends it back to Tampa. Watch 34 enter the frame and make this tackle. If you love defensive football, you got to love this. Not to get all Brian Baldinger on you, but this is a football player, man. Nothing but love for Cookie's favorite son. We're into the 4th now, and don't worry, Tom Brady's never done anything in the final stanza, right? Beware the all-powerful rally pigeons! As we all know, Pittsburgh pigeons always portend doom, and here it's the worm catching the fish that is Leonard Fournette behind the line. Acrisure rattles as the pigeons flap menacingly. Back to Mitchell Trubisky and the Sour Patch Kids, and God do I hate the Steelers' non-existent run game. I mean, I know you gotta keep the D off balance, but man, it's been like pounding their heads against the wall for like 4 straight years at this point. When does it get better? Because once again, Money Mitch loves a third and forever. The Bucs give him all day to throw, and he finds Pickens for another clutch conversion. Don't look now, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are counter-punching? Seriously, can we get like a yard on the ground? 3rd and 6, and doing his best Aaron Rodgers impression, Money Mitch catches the Bucs flat-footed and with a 12th man running off, and he connects with a wide-open Bowser Jr., aka Cam's little bro Connor Hayward for checks notes, the Steelers' longest completion of the season. What the f*** is going on? Beware the rally pigeons. This one just can't be filed firmly enough in the things you love to see category, and for those that said Connor was only drafted because he was Cam's bro, did you watch this dude in college? He can play. How about this Wildcat? Actually love it even though it's just a few. Take any advantage you can get when your run game is this bad. Let's see more of it. But it's back to the air on the next play, and since the theme of the day is redemption, it's Mitchell Trubisky throwing a strike to chase the Ben Claypool for a touchdown, and holy shit, the Steelers extend their lead. I knew I'd seen this movie before, but man oh man, I swear this end part is going differently than it usually does. Again, just savvy stuff here from the bank, who we'd all question if he was capable of such things. Very impressive and very happy to see it. Steelers take the extra point to go up by 8. It's a football pet peeve of mine that I actually think more teams should try to go up by 9 here. If it's a coin flip for them, it's a coin flip for you too, but that's neither here nor there. Out trots the oldest man in the stadium, and of course it's complete. You just know he's gonna score, don't you? Miles Jack limps off here, hoping he's okay after a splendid performance today. Bucs still can't find an inch up the gut. Just like Claypool, I have to ask, where exactly has this run defense been? 3rd and 4, and it's another premium throw by the greatest to ever do it, and man, I can't even say anything funny about this throw. Great coverage by Spillane and Edmonds, just a better throw by Brady. 2nd and 1, and it's Arthur Mollum with another awesome cascading tackle behind the line, forcing the Bucs into a 3rd and 1, which you already know is just Brady sneak territory. But wait just a minute, old man. On a day where I witnessed so very much, I couldn't believe this is somehow the most shocking. And this video of Terrell Edmonds harmlessly holding the old man back as he struggles to move forward like the Energizer Bunny is just hilarious to me. Mullet comes this close to shooting the gap in time on 4th, but Fournette converts, and yes, we did just shift from yes we can to not so sure we can. Another terrible throw on the move by Brady, who again just cannot move and throw at the same time anymore. This was never a strength of his, but especially not nowadays. Great play to tip it by Malik Reed, who also had his best game as a Steeler, and the Bucs are back in a 3rd and long. Because, as I've said repeatedly, I've seen this movie a million times. I know Brady will grab most of it on 3rd, followed by a back-breaking conversion on 4th, followed by an absolutely soul-crushing catch and run touchdown, and god damn it, they really had me convinced. I said I wasn't gonna believe, but son of a bitch if they didn't get me to buy in. I somehow watched Big Ben and great defenses get creamed by this guy for 20 years, and I convinced myself that this version of the Steelers were gonna beat him. Why do you watch this show? I'm an idiot. Anyway, that sets up our 5-star player of the game.
Brady over the middle, batted down. What a play by Devin Bush to keep this a 2-point game.
Well, how many of you had Devin Bush wins 5-star play of the game on your bingo card this year? Stunningly, the Steelers' most maligned regular, that Michigan man they called Devin Bush Jr., he of diminutive size and late reaction, gets the absolutely perfect PBU on the much larger and faster Chris Godwin, and the Bucs fail to tie this game. I'm now beginning to question whether or not I actually died in my sleep last night. Please comment below to let me know if we are in fact alive right now. Steelers 20, Bucs 18. Well, Mitch, you want to be in the NFL? There's no more pressure. You're the only quarterback dressed for the black and gold. Nice run by the Najee man to get that clock ticking. The run game, I guess, got a little better as the game went on, but Mason Cole pulls an infuriating late-stage Pouncey with a 3-10 split of a snap that Trubisky luckily falls on, but man oh man did the feel of this thing just change. Just gotta avoid disaster, right? Wrong. Money Mitch stands in and fires to the middle of the field. Go chase the bank, who converts a 3rd and 16 to keep the clock moving, and Tom Brady on the sideline. What is happening? Are you absolutely sure I am alive right now? Because I am not convinced. Man, you just love to see stuff like this. To be clear, I never hated Mitch Trubisky the person, just thought he was in a tough spot and he was playing like it. I always love to see people taking advantage of their opportunities in sports, and that goes for him and 11 both. Canada gonna Canada though with this absolute stinker on 2nd and long, but can't complain much when it sets up the rare
second 5-star
play of the game.
Claypool right now over the middle as Trubisky searches. And is that ball caught? Yes, it is. It's Claypool again.
Okay, I am absolutely convinced we have collectively ascended to the astral plane. Because if you're going to tell me that I just saw Mitchell Trubisky scramble and drop a dime on Chase Claypool, who made an unreal catch on the sideline to just about seal a win against Tom Brady, well, I lost my train of thought here, but who gives a damn? The Steelers are about to beat the GOAT. Nice run by Mitch, followed by a sneak up the gut, and shockingly, stunningly, magnificently, Mitchell Trubisky lines up in the victory formation 2 straight times to hammer the nails shut on Tom Brady's coffin, and your Pittsburgh Steelers defeat Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a score of 20-18. Just wow. What did we see today exactly? I don't know. I think you guys have known me long enough at this point to know I'm never at a loss for words, but I mean it when I say that this is truly one of the most unbelievable Steelers wins that I have experienced in my 32 years on this earth. The Steelers had not only one, but 2 quarterbacks outplay Tom Brady and lead this game just about bell to bell. They won in all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. For a coaching staff that was facing a ton of criticism from all angles, including myself, every single person in the Steelers facility this week put together and executed an absolutely stellar plan, especially considering the health-related issues on defense. To win a game against Tom freaking Brady without Minkah Fitzpatrick, Ahkello Witherspoon, and Levi Wallace, and to lose your starting quarterback in the middle of it, I have nothing to say but kudos to Mike Tomlin and his team. And on a player level, how awesome was it to see Chase Claypool deliver in just about every way that we'd all been begging him to? What about Mitchell Trubisky coming in cold and out-dueling Tom Brady? Of course, we have to give credit to the Josh Jacksons and Elijah Rileys of the world, who most of us had never heard of before last week. I don't know what else to say other than football, it just doesn't make sense. It never has and never will. And that's what's so cool about it. Any given Sunday, right? Here we go. If you're still here, you should grab my new Kenny Pickett shirt at the link below, or join our Patreon and get access to our awesome Discord server, or become a member here on YouTube and get some cool emojis. Whatever, I don't care. The Steelers beat the Bucs, and I'm pretty sure I'm not actually living anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Love yins, and see you next week.